All right there, ladies. Good morning. We are continuing our recap of the 5-second rule, and holy cow, we are nearing the end. I have chapters 11 and 12 coming at you today, and that's going to transition from part 3 into part 4. Chapter 11, we are talking about procrastination. Quit it, ending it, identifying it, and moving on with using this rule. Here's the thing about procrastination I didn't realize. Maybe you found this educational also. Procrastination is actually, there's two kinds, okay? And it's a coping mechanism. So there's two kinds of procrastination she talks about in this chapter: productive and destructive, okay? Productive is actually good. Productive is the type of procrastination that allows your mind to wander. So perhaps you're working on a project. She talked about it when she was writing a book. It actually can help your creative process if you allow a little bit of time for your mind to wander. Productive procrastination. That, however, is far different than destructive procrastination. With that method, you actually know you're doing something harmful. You're putting off something that you know you need to do, and there will likely be a negative consequence for it, okay? But the issue is we usually do this as a coping mechanism for stress. What does that mean? It doesn't help the situation. Well, if you have something that you know you need to do, but you have a bigger overlying stressor like finances or your marriage or your job, you're not satisfied with your job, you're not satisfied with your health, whatever it is, if you take a few minutes to scroll on Facebook or eat something that feels good, satisfies you at the moment, you actually get a little rush, you get a little feeling of control and a positive reinforcement release of dopamine. The problem is that tells your body you're doing something good, positive reinforcement, which means you're more likely to repeat the procrastination that's destructive in the future. So you get a temporary boost and a feeling of control, and that isn't good. So the very first step to fixing this, identifying it, is to figure out what is the real issue, like what is the real stressor. So identify it, and then she gives you 3 steps to overcome procrastination with the rule. The first one is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, right? It is, we are only human. So forgive yourself. Ask yourself, what would the future you do? You can use a vision board if you want, but put yourself in the role of the person that you know you're going to become by creating these healthy habits, and then use that rule to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You have to put yourself into action to start doing the thing that you are putting off. Okay, so that is chapter 11. You'll either find a way or you'll find an excuse. That's a quote for sure. I love that quote. You've heard that from us before. Okay, so as we transition into part 4, she's actually going to literally talk to us about how courage can change your mind. Everyday steps of courage. You can use this to overcome these 3 main areas that she's going to talk to us. We're going to dig deeper in the last part of this book about breaking worry and negative self-talk. Anybody have any of that? Anxiety, panic, and fear. Okay, so I'm going to read you the quote that she has before she starts chapter 12. By L.R. Nost. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living. Heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. Okay, that I just thought that was a beautiful message to share. In chapter 12, she tackles worry. I don't know about you, but I am self-proclaimed, I am a worrier. I do it for my husband, I do it for my family. The problem is that worry robs you of enjoying life and enjoying the moments. So the quote by Anne Frank begins the chapter, think of the beauty still left around you and be happy. Okay, so what is the big picture here? That most people, when they get to the end of their life, they will admit that they wish they wouldn't have wasted so much time worrying. Okay, we're taught to worry, right? Look both ways before you cross the street. Wear your hat so you don't catch a cold. We don't talk to strangers, right? We're taught to worry from an early age. And oftentimes, feelings of love trigger the worry. And she shared some examples about her husband on the motorcycle and her daughter in the dressing room. Perhaps you can replace your own story there. When worry drops in, here's what you need to do. You need to ask yourself, what am I grateful for? And what do I want to remember in this moment? I do look forward to practicing this when I find worry seeping in. When we focus on the positive, it allows us to enjoy the moment and remain and remember what it is that we are grateful for. When we have that attitude of gratitude, right, that just changes everything. And then she finishes the chapter with the quote, "It's okay to be scared. It means that you're about to do something really brave." Thank you guys so much. I look forward to hearing your little takeaways and how you are using this rule to end procrastination and to stop the worry.